Another thing that I have is when you do your shadow work, it also improves your relationships, right? So in order for you to have a successful relationship with your family members, yourself, with your significant other, even business partners, it brings a lot of things to the forefront, and it encourages empathy, right? So like it helps you to understand and address projects amongst each other. So it helps you to be more straightforward, be more honest, speaking your truth, speaking your opinion. It helps you to have a voice and not being behind the limelight. It helps you to bring in your gifts and talents to the forefront because now you have a voice. And also, when it comes to relationships, it also helps you to take accountability for your actions. It helps you to be accountable for the things that you have done and not always pointing the finger. And I feel like a lot of us have a problem when it comes to taking accountability because we always want to point the finger and not being straight up, not being honest, and always wanting to, you know, play the victim. And that's not always the case when it comes to relationship because it needs to be a balanced relationship. It needs to be a balanced counteract. So I feel as though in relationships and when it comes to you starting your healing process, doing the shadow work, reaching the back of your mind, your subconscious, and being straight up with yourself and not always pointing the finger, because if you continue to point the finger, how do you expect to grow? How do you expect to really be the true highest version of yourself if you cannot say, hey, you know what, I messed up. Hey, you know what, I shouldn't have said this. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have triggered you to do what you did, because just because you feel triggered don't mean that you should react. So it's always important that taking accountability is the first thing that you should do when it comes to your healing journey, is to admit when you're wrong and not purposely, you know, triggering the person just because you're triggered. All right. It just, and when it comes to relationship, it just helps to break down things that needs to be talked about. You know, it breaks down judgment on yourself, judgment on other people, right? It helps you to be true to yourself. It helps you to be fair. It helps you to pretty much, it helps you in a lot of ways that honestly I can't even imagine as far as like what it could do. But it could do so much, especially in relationships, because we need each other, right? You cannot do everything by yourself. So if you can focus on reprogramming your mind, it will help you to have stronger relationships, and especially in the business world. Another thing, number 4, I would say, is it enhances self-acceptance. So now you're in a phase where you accept yourself for who you are, the good, the bad, the pretty, and the ugly, the light, the darkness, yin and yang. It comes together, the acceptance of who you truly are. And you don't have to, you accept it, but you don't have to stick with the reality of your reality, the reality of who you are. But there's always time, place where you can change, right? Change for the better, change to be the best version of yourself. Especially if you're not happy with who you are, there's always room for growth. There's always room for change. So never feel like you're stuck. Never feel like you can never improve or change, because there's always room for change. There's always room for growth. So if there's something that you are not proud of, definitely take all the necessary steps and measures that you need in order to be the best version of yourself. And one thing I will say is it also helps you to be more whole inside within yourself, because now you can internalize all the things that you have been through, all the things that you have done to others, and pretty much pat yourself back up together. And I feel like that's the ultimate amazing experience of it all, is the fact that you were shattered and broken, but now you're a whole again. And God, source, the universe is with you throughout the entire process, because you are not alone, like I said in the beginning. Now you in the next phase where now you are empowered. You are empowered by all the things that you have done. You are empowered by the strength